Welcome to Bavaria, Konigssee, Germany for the World Skeleton Championships on speed. Hi everybody, I'm John Morgan with Ron Ringeth in the heart of Bavaria for the final heat of men's skeleton. Here's our favorites, Ron.
Christian Bromley, the man who dominated the World Cup, Duff Gibson from Canada, and the Germans from Kleber. Home track is here. Chris Soul, the Soul Man from the USA, and Katsuhiro Koshi from Japan.
These are the top 5 in World Cup points going into this competition. But Bromley, boy.
He just lost one race. That was in Sigulda. He dominated all the other races, won them all, won the overall World Cup title.
Very dominant on this year's World Cup circuit. Christian Bromley from the city of Bath in England. Duff Gibson from Calgary. This Canadian seems to always find a way to get up on that podium. Bad result in Sigulda probably prevented him from being even higher.
And the German, Kleber, Frank Kleber, 3rd in World Cup points. Got on the podium in Sigulda. And of course, that's his home track. He's from Bavaria, so he will be dangerous for the others.
Now the Soul Man, Chris Soul from Trumbull, Connecticut, doesn't get great starts, but the Soul Man is one of the best flyers down the track. Always has great speeds. Just a question of whether this short 1,200-meter track is going to affect his performance.
And Katsuhiro Koshi, will he find back to his top form, to his top condition? He knows how it is to stay on the podium at World Championships.
One of the favorites from all the athletes. He received a bronze medal in Sigulda, even with stitches in his head from training. Those are our top 5, our favorites. Here's the jury.
A guy from Japan, Suzuki-san, Uli Geisbühler from Switzerland, and Wolfgang Strauss, always the race director in Altenburg.
1,250-meter track. This was the original refrigerated track built in 1969, the first one that had the artificial ice on it.
Start record, Kevin Ellis, super start rocket from the US. And the onboard.
The front and rear angle. This is great because it shows you how they steer with their feet and ankles. No steering mechanism on the sleds. It's all body lean and bravery.
That was the title, Devil's Mill, sorry. Yeah, the S's. Extremely important. Here, this exit. We will see some big slides here.
Sideways right here, a lot of people. Now it's a little sharp right now. A 360-degree whip around they call the Kreisel. You'll see some drastic different lines through this big corner.
And the exit.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Important again.
Labyrinths.
Tienstein, Z-curve.
Echo, and now into the finish. About 110 kilometers at that point. Now the exit here going uphill to slow down a little bit. A real challenging track. So on speed coming up, it's the USA Skeleton Force. Jim Shea, Chris Soul, Kevin Ellis challenge the world. Stay with us. Welcome back to Konigssee. The history of this track goes back 50, 60 years. They've been sliding on a natural ice surface. Then in 1969, they refrigerated the track. They tore up the old natural track, first refrigerated track ever built on the planet, really for luge, but they've also hosted the World Bobsled Championships here in 1979, 86, and again now in 2004. Great crowds on hand for the last 2 weeks. All 5 disciplines been hosted here. It's been awesome.
That's the Kreisel, the turbo drone, and that's the current standing. Russell, Kleber of Germany, and Gibson exactly on the same time, challenging the other German. Jim Shea on 11. Kevin Ellis, start rocket, 14th. Katsuhiro Koshi only 16th. Thomas Dukurs from Latvia, who won the World Cup in Sigulda on his home track. The air, -1 degree. The ice cooled down to -5.
And after the third heat, that was the second heat, here's these three guys are challenging Gibson on the left. He was right up there in the top three with that one-handed start. Real different technique the Canadians have implemented into this sport. He's tied for second place with one of the Germans. This guy, Frank Kleber, you mentioned it's his home track.
Yeah, he's from Bavaria. And he loves this track.
Lost a little time there in the third heat, though.
We knew it before, but what about Florian Grassl?
Well, great start time. He's really been a surprise here. You expected Kleber, but Grassl is surprised, and there's a big fan club here because he's also from the area.
Also his home track, so he knows how to steer this Kreisel.
And the Kreisel is the challenge. You'll see it. He's the leader. A lot of pressure on him, a lot of people here. We have four different former world champions in the competition today. Jim Shea of the U.S., he won in '99. He's the Olympic champion in 2002. Martin Rettel from Austria, he won in Calgary in 2001. Gregor Staley from Switzerland, he won way back in '94. Jeff Payne won last year. You'll see him next. Area, beautiful setting here, tremendous hospitality on site, a little Francis Connor beer being offered to the VIPs, and as you can expect, everybody's enjoying the beautiful setting.
Katsuhiro Koshi. That's a bit disappointing,
Japan.
but he's only on 16th place right now.
Well, he had some tremendous problems down on that exit of Kreisel. Look at the sled now there.
Niki Czech from Japan, and look at his helmet. It looks like a cosmonaut or astronaut's helmet.
Well, the skeleton athletes have different personalities. They are some free spirits, and you have to if your chin's going to be 75 miles an hour, just inches off the ice. This is a thrill-seeker sport.
4:99.
We'll see much better start times than that. Koshi's 39 years old, but you would know it looking at him. He is very fit. I mean, you look at his abs. This guy is a very fit athlete.
He's got legs like trees. 8.9.
What an ambassador for the sport. And really, he just missed skeleton in the Olympic Games in '98. He didn't qualify till 2002. Finished in the top 10 in Salt Lake. This is one of the favorite athletes on top of the track. Very honorable guy. Rushing at the bottom is the leader, but no longer. Kazimiro Koshi, our first one down that we see. He takes the lead, but you would expect him to be up in the top 6 or 7 run, not back here.
But it's 4 runs on this track. These are the World Championships, not just a World Cup, and consistency is the key. And he did some mistakes before.
You can still see the remnants of those stitches from Sigulda about a month ago. This is called the labyrinths. You will be seeing a lot of sleds through here. Not a lot of them will go through there like that. But the smoothest line's not the fastest.
Martin Rettel, the skeleton punk.
Till Austria.
He's an air traffic controller on the Tower Innsbruck Airport. So he's not in the army, he doesn't get the support like most of the Germans get. So not even the support which some of the Austrian bobsledders get. Most of them are in the army. So he's the worker, and in his spare time he is doing the training.
Silver medalist at the 2002 Winter Olympic Games, right behind Jim Shea of the U.S.
And world champion in 2001 in Calgary.
And he definitely gets the gold medal for hairstyle. I mean, he changes his hairstyle every race, and it's the first question we ask Martin, what color hair you got on this week?
And he even put his sponsor Adidas on his haircut this time. But he had problems here.
5400ths lead, but boy, this skeleton, luge in this track separated by hundreds, thousandths of a second. Skeleton is separated by a second each heat. It is, look at the way they go up and down there. Again, you can't steer these sleds other than body lean.
Yeah.
54 down to 41. The speed here is going to be crucial because they start going uphill after this corner right here. Look at the speed on the left. 109.5. That's a good barometer to check. There's the finish line. 27. He lost 2700ths from the Kreisel down.
It was actually a disappointing year for Martin Rettel. In Altenburg, the track he likes so much, he was very well in the training. And then finally he thought he can get on the podium, but he didn't do it. And so, well, that's it for this year. He's not sure if he's going to continue. We hope he will, because
great personality.
It's great personality. And
we love him.
look
and
here.
The crowd, I mean, this, you know, this is what this guy does. So next time you fly into Innsbruck, just remember, Martin Rettel's going to bring you in. Here we are. This is our video motion analysis. The different lines in the Kreisel corner. Everybody's got a different way through this corner run. Look at Rettel climb. Konigssee looked much more consistent. Now, Kevin Ellis from the United States. This guy breaks the track record, and
Kevin Ellis, Dallas, Texas, USA.
From Dallas, he breaks the start record on every single track you go to.
4:69. Very consistent starts on all the 3 runs so far. So what can he push today? There's no snow today.
Track record 4:68. When this guy figures out how to drive these things, he is going to be a force. Because remember, Konigssee and Rettel were up in the high 80s, high 90s. 4:68. We have a multiplier effect of 3 times. If you're ahead by 2000ths at the start, you'll be ahead by 6000ths, all things being equal at the bottom. But Kevin still hasn't figured out how to drive this sledge, and it takes time.
But that was a very good line out of the 4th S in the Kreisel.
Now
you have to go up and down there, but you have to get the exit, and you didn't get it.
Down to 5900ths. Boy. Now remember, the clock, the speed on the left side, anything around 109 is very good. 107. 2 kilometers down. It's going to be close to the finish. He still hangs on. You know, I'll tell you something. Watch out for this guy in the next couple of years. Greg Sands on the left, Tim Nardiello on the right, the coaching staff. This guy has got some potential. And it all deals with that start time. Kevin Ellis of Dallas, Texas.
The advantage was already too big, even when he lost it a bit down there. The exit of the Kreisel, I don't know if they see it again. That's where he lost some speed, lost some time.
Start record.
Here.
This is where he lost it.
Sometimes you see some sparks here.
There. It depends where you hit. Boy, these skeleton athletes, that's about 65 miles an hour right there. Hey, you know, women versus men, like in bobsledding, it's a little different. The length of the sleds are the same, 120 meters. Start, different techniques. Width of the sleds are the same, but the men get to carry more weight.
Like the Audi A41.
Welcome back to the World Skeleton Championships in Konigssee, Germany. Next year, this whole show goes to Calgary, site of the 1988 Winter Olympic Games. Skeleton, men's and women's, 2-man bob, 4-man bob, women's bob, all 5 disciplines, late February in Calgary. Check it out, you might want to be there.
And I hope the organizers can get some of the people from Calgary up there to the track. It's not too far, so that will be a big party. Dirk Matjens.
Dirk Matjens, Groningen, the Netherlands.
He's actually from Holland, so he moved from Germany to Holland, and that's how you steer the sled. Actually, to use your feet, that's the worst case. You do it, you move your head a bit, or you move your body a bit, and well, sometimes you have to move you use your feet, put them down on the ice.
Just to correct, more or less. So if you do see them losing their feet, that's usually to correct.
And you can hear it sometimes.
Scratching. Yeah, you hear that scratching. That's friction. You want to avoid that. Look at the chins. That's what you hear scratching a lot of time are those chins.
Dirk Matjens, he had a big accident, I don't know if you know it, in Oberhof on the push track. So there was a girls bob going on this push track, was supposed to wait there, and he was the next sled coming down with his skeleton. But this bob came back and he crashed into that bob and had big problems, was in hospital for a couple of months, and now he's back, losing time at the start.
He used to be a real good starter. You know, he's got a Dutch passport now. He, used to be in the German program, couldn't crack the German program, so now he's over in Holland. And, well, he's half second behind Kevin Ellis. And, boy, Kevin Ellis, track record at the start. Remember, that American from Dallas, Texas, with that advantage. Eventually, you're going to see Kevin Ellis not back in 10th, 11th, 12th place. You're going to see him on the podium. He's soon to do that. And well, Dirk made a little comeback there. He went from 4,900s down to 2,300s down.
Yeah, but he said he still has problems with his legs. He normally needs an operation, but the doctor said he doesn't know what to do. So hope we will see him improving at the start again. A massive guy.
Here's the lines, video motion analysis.
And you see the difference in the speed, John, here. Look like Kevin Ellis is coming.
Yeah, and that's related to that start time. He started catching up to him. On the bottom part of the track, though, Dirk made a little bit of a comeback, but that's related to that start. Now the first of 3 Germans.
Matthias Biedermann, Hirschsprung, Germany.
Hirschsprung, it's a tiny little place, just 2 houses, I think, near the track in Altenburg. So he's one guy from Altenburg, where Diana Sator is from. World champion, and he uses a Lubaš sled from Czech Republic. Pavel Lubaš, the guy who used to slide in the world circuit.
Little drift. Look at that, 499 start. Ellis had a 30/100ths better start, but Ellis was 60/100ths behind this guy at the end of the 3rd heat. So that 30/100ths probably going to go down to 20 or so, and then Biedermann's going to get it back up because he knows how to drive. Down to 16. Look at that.
He's got some problems, and you see how he moves the body on the sled to steer, and he has to use his feet. And that means he's losing time, he's losing speed.
Hey, the next time you're out in your backyard on one of your sleds going head first, just imagine 70 miles an hour with your chin inches off this ice. G-forces of 3.5 Gs. Boy, this is a thrill seeker sport. 110 kilometers here, he might have a chance. 109.7. This is going to be close. Oh, boy, not even close. What a run by Biedermann on the bottom part of the track.
He made a very good Kreisel. So that's well, the second part of the race starts, and the exit was good.
And remember, Ellis only had 107 plus kilometers there, so 2 kilometers difference. That was probably why Biedermann is 25, 30/100ths ahead.
Biedermann's abilities on the sled and Kevin Ellis start, you will definitely become world champion. So a young guy from Altenburg. He's in the leader's box, the place where you want to be.
And look at Ellis's sled drift a little higher. The Biedermann, they come down together. Ellis comes farther down. Now if Ellis goes farther up, you can just tell right there, took a little bit longer for Ellis to get around. Now Jim Shea of the United States.
Jim Shea, Lake Placid, New York, United States.
We had a chance to talk to Jimmy.
I'm a little disappointed on how I'm doing, but I hope to have another one good heat left in me. It's a little bit difficult coming back after a year off, but I'm happy to be here in Konigssee, having a good time.
Yeah, he's the world champion in 1999, before his Olympic gold medal in 2002, and Ronnie did it on Altenburg, Germany. This is right before skeleton qualified to be an Olympic sport, and this is a challenging skeleton track.
Yeah, I can remember him smoking a cigar on the podium. He's a character. And he brought his family here.
Yeah, both his mother and father, Jim and Judy from Lake Placid, are here. Jim's a vice president of USA Bobsled and Skeleton Federation. Of course, his grandfather gave the Olympic oath at the 32 Olympic Games. Died right before the 2002 Games. Jimmy himself gave the Olympic oath in the 2002 Games. Pretty emotional setting. And then he went out and won the gold medal, but he did it with better start times. He's coming off a leg injury. He had surgery. It was about 10 hours in surgery. This is his first season back. He's ranked 15th or 20th at the start. This is a guy that used to have the best start time, and that's the key for him. When you got a good start, and he's a good driver.
He had a very smooth exit of the 4th S, and now the Kreisel, oh, not that good. He was drifting a bit, losing some time.
Yeah, A little sloppy in that labyrinth, but this is when you're going. I tell you, the fastest lines through there are not the cleanest. The wildest you are, it seems like the faster they go.
But he kept his 3/10, beating Biedermann.
U.S. coaches. Shea comes in with the lead. Jim Shea, now an American legend after that Olympic gold medal in 2002. And of course, his grandfather won 2 gold medals to the 32 Olympics in Lake Placid and speed skating. Wolfgang Hoppe, great Olympic bobsledder, congratulating him. Oh, look at this, Willie Schneider, an old German slider, and his kid
Former
right
world
there.
champion.
World champion in skeleton. What a great fraternity these people have with each other. There's different mentality in the sport than bobsledding. There's Jim Shea Sr. right there. He and his family. This is where the problems are here in the labyrinths. Can you see the feet coming out? No, that wasn't bad right there. In fact, his problem was here on the exit of Kreisel. Bang, lost a lot of time right there. More skeleton racing on speed after this.
Sometimes one more is one too many. Know your limit.
It's the Subaru all-wheel drive away. Now is the time to get a new Subaru Outback with sophisticated monochromatic colors for as little as $235 a month. Or get all-wheel drive ruggedness with up to $1,500 cash back. Or get style and comfort with 1.9% financing for 63 months. Get sophisticated, get rugged, get style and comfort. Get the deal of your choice on the Outback of your choice. And get to your Subaru dealer in a hurry because
the start in skeleton. Really important element to winning the race, and there's different techniques. Now, this guy here, we haven't really seen much of him. All he did was last heat was post a track record.
Adam Penguilli from Great Britain. He's not consistent. He does one good run and one very bad one.
He's only been sliding for 14 months though, Ron, and he's got start time, second best start behind Kevin Ellis. Jim Shea, the United States, our leader at the bottom. But the Brit here, Pengelly's got a half-second lead, and he's going to have to make some serious mistakes not to be the leader at the bottom.
But it looks good, very good. So he was on 10th place. Oh, sliding there. 10th place after 3 runs.
No speed, 107. 109 is the optimum type speed that you want. Boys, he going up and down to that Kreisel, and he bumps. Oh, he bumps again. The lead's down at 24. He's all over the track. This could be close. That 4,400's lead that he had could be gone. 104 kilometers, no speed. Shea's got to be the leader by 3,300ths.
That's unbelievable. Penguilli, track record holder.
In the third run, which is the first run of today, and then that was a textbook on how not to do it. He knows it. His first world championship's only been sliding 14 months. He's getting experienced. And this guy got a bright future if he keeps this up. Look at this. You talk about body off the sled. Look at this. Almost on the wood, airborne right there. Now into the G-forces. What's the hit he takes here, Ron?
Bang. And bang again.
This is where he comes off the sled. Look at his shoulder into the ice at 70 miles an hour. They get those burns. Another Brit, Kristen Bromley.
Kristen Bromley, the city of Bath, Great Britain.
He was our World Cup champion this year. Look at his World Cup results. We talked about him dominating the circuit. First, seventh in the Sigolda, first at Altenburg. Not a bad year, Ron.
No, European champion in Altenburg, but disappointing world championships.
He takes the approach to the sport very analytically. I mean, he's very scientific. I mean, he's very quiet. His brother is his coach. Doesn't get a lot of support from the British Federation. Maybe he doesn't need any. But he hasn't really done well. on this track. He's 6,300s up now on USA's Jim Shea, who's the leader at the bottom. You can see Kevin Ellis posting the best time to this point, and then Kevin lost it down here. But Bromley's not real smooth here, sliding across the ice.
Now, maybe his sled settings, or I mean the runner settings,
too flat?
No, he took it too, the risk was too high, you know. He went on the fighting line, but then it's not easy to steer the sled.
Yeah, they bow these runners much like figure skates or hockey skates or speed skates, same as the bobsleds. There's only a certain part of the runner they want touching the ice, and that gives you the control.
Yeah,
he's got enough control to be the leader, but that's not going to probably get him a medal.
So Christian Bromley, World Cup winner, but maybe only 9th here at this World Championships. Most important race, which he cannot win. Already 9/10 behind the leader, Florian Grassler.
You can see the slender builds, a lot of these skeleton guys. This is the lines. This is Bromley and Shea. Shea just pulling away from him in the Kreisel. And that's the technical. They line those two sleds up right at the start, and then they just compare the line going through there. When Shea pulls away like that, obviously he had much more speed.
And this is Markus Pence. That's a big surprise.
Austria.
Normally he's behind Martin Rettel, but here, so Rettel is on 12th place. That's a current standing. And Markus Pence, well, 8th after those runs here, after 3 runs.
Yeah, and Bromley wears that gold jersey. He's the World Cup winner, and the World Cup leader gets to wear that jersey until they take it away from him. Pence, again, this is a great competition for him, but he's 20 hundredths down. Now he's got to find the fast line.
And he can do it. He learned a lot during this season, and he was already happy to be on this 8th place after 3 runs.
109 kilometers.
Looks good.
That's good. And that's a good number there in that Kreisel, but boy, feet separating, little bump there, down to 500ths, little out of control. But sometimes those out of control lines are the fastest. Speed's going to be important. 109.6, that's good speed. This is going to be close. Oh, he beats Bromley by 300ths of a second. The length of your finger. This might be Pence's best finish ever.
We saw Michael Grünberger in the coach's box.
Look at him celebrate. Look at him. He's a little excited.
I said it, that he was already so happy to be there. This is the Austrian physio, the brother of Walter Stern. He's so happy. Yes, take it off. Take it off. Show us how fit you are. And we see more skeleton on speed after this.
I'm Jesse James. When it comes to my cars, I'm all business. When I need a part, I trust the pros at AutoZone. When you want to get serious about your car, get in the zone. AutoZone.
Sundays, experience Be the Creature. Get inside the minds of animals with Chris and Martin Kratt. Join their pack, eat their food, live their lives. Be the Creature. Sundays on the National Geographic Channel. Check your local listings.
Speed Tuesday, original series.
Crank it up.
Souped up rides put to the test.
This car will do anything that you want it to do.
Join the sports car revolution.
Finally, your old lady's got a reason to watch Speed.
Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern on Speed.
Over 1 million understand its strength. It can improve your energy, your shape. This is Bowflex Power Rod technology, and it can only be found on genuine Bowflex equipment, like the new Bowflex Extreme. Now you can get the results you want, the exercises you need, all at an affordable price. You've never seen this Bowflex before. Call 1-800-675-9973 now and get the new Bowflex Extreme for just $19 a month. Getting a high-performance body has never been more affordable. Just look for real Bowflex Power Rod technology, proven effective at burning fat and building muscle. Now you can own the new Extreme for no money down and only $19 a month. The Bowflex Extreme is not available in stores. You know you're ready. Let Bowflex help you get there. Call now and get your professional quality Bowflex for only $19 a month.
Welcome back to the World Skeleton Championships on speed.
This is Philippe Cavoret.
Aix-les-Bains, France.
Very good slider.
Not so good at the start. The best girls are faster than he is. He's a water ski instructor from Aix-les-Bains.
Uses the one-handed start, the Canadian start that these guys started bringing into the sport last year. Again, he gives it all up at the first 50 meters, but he knows how to fly. In fact, set the track record in the second run. He moved from like 17th to 9th or 10th in the second heat. Didn't have a very good third heat.
So he loves the Altenburg track, where he already won the World Cup last season. Oh, that was a bit too much there.
Yes, you can hear the friction, but he's got that magic number, 109 kilometers, about 58 miles an hour. Bang, bang, and remember, sometimes the roughest rides are the fastest.
I think that was too much. He was too late in the Turbodrome, in the Kreisel. This scratching, what you hear there in the last corner, sorry John, this is the helmet actually.
108 kilometers, that wasn't a good sign, and Marcus Pence moves up another spot.
So he goes to at least 7th place.
Cavoret, track record in one heat, 3 disappointings in the other.
Imagine if he could do it 4 times like he did it in the second heat.
But that's this sport. It's tough to be consistent in this sport because the lines are never the same from heat to heat.
And it won't be easy for these guys who are not too good at the start in the future, I think.
Here is the line. Look at Cavoret and look at Pence. This is natural to go down, but centrifugal force brings you back up. And look at Pence pull away. Look at the amount of up and down by Cavoret there. Straight line's the fastest. Jeff Payne of Canada.
Jeff Payne, Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
The defending world champion from last year in Nagano. The tallest guy in the circuit. World Cup, 2nd place last year. He won a lot of events, only lost out in the World Cup title to Chris Soule, the American, in the last race in Altenburg. This year, hurt himself in Calgary before the first event. Took him a couple events to get back.
Sliding on a Davenport sled built by Ryan Davenport, former Canadian world champion.
And look at his right hand. Everybody else goes to the shorter side push handle. He's so tall, he can go to the other side.
Some people say it is a big risk to do it on this short push track, to do it with one hand.
And he drifted there at the start. That wasn't very good. Now we're talking control. Now Payne has got a reputation of letting it go.
Oh, that was too much.
That's 1,400's lead. That's 109 kilometers he's going to need.
His feet down on the ice?
Oh, there's the speed, only 108 kilometers. He lost a lot of that straightaway. Oh, he's really out of control, off the sled. Wow, this is not how to do it by the former world champion. But
now, he was much too late in the Kreisel, and then he banged down there.
99 kilometers, 10 kilometers slower than the best speeds.
And more than 1 second behind the current leader, Marcus Pence from Austria. And he doesn't even get up to the finish there. So he has to walk now.
Hey, he had the 2nd, 3rd best time to enter the first 2 heats, the 15th best time in the 3rd heat, and here was a disaster. But he's got a reputation for going it. And you don't become a world champion without going for it. Look at this. Off the sled. And again, he's a big man. He's the tallest man on the circuit. Look at this. I don't know where tall. Tall might be a disadvantage right there, Ron. Airborne. Oh. A heat to remember. Or not remember, excuse me.
And a walk to remember.
A walk to remember.
The walk of shame.
Bellicon, Switzerland.
There's another world champion in the field. And in fact, in 2001, the last time they had a World Cup skeleton event on this course, Gregor Stalley won it. He won every event that year but the World Championships. He won on his home track in St. Moritz, excuse me.
He won in '94 in Altenburg, where I was still the track announcer. So then he retired after this skeleton. He wanted to go to bobsleigh, didn't have the success. And then when Skeleton came to the Olympic program, he came back very successful.
Yeah, with a bronze medal at the 2002 games. Very likable guy. He's got a little Formula One background, right? Doesn't he drive cars?
Yeah, he used to do car racing, but I think not Formula One. His father's here, so he's also going to work to find the balance between training and a proper job.
4300ths advantage. That's a lot.
That looks very good.
Oh, 109.9, best speed, almost 110 kilometers in the Kreisel. But this is where you can throw it all away, and he's perfect, up to 51. This is how to fly.
Best Kreisel so far.
In the finish, 110 kilometers, maybe 110.2. This is the best run so far by our former world champion, the bronze medalist from the 2002 games. He's got a 6/10 lead. That is a good run by Stahl.
And he can also be dangerous to Chris Soul, which we will see next. He was only 700ths ahead of Gregor Staley.
And you know when you've had a good run, especially down this track. Here's Jim Shea congratulating Gregor Staley, a couple former world champs.
And picking up his lead, so he's helping the Swiss guy. So he's got some time to kiss girls.
Wow, those are the girls from the Swiss skeleton team. Coming up after the break, it's the Soul Man.
Chris Soul, Trumbull, Connecticut, USA.
There's a place where the wind is cool and the curves are exciting, where all convertibles are turbocharged and the sun has a very hard time keeping up. The all-new Saab 9.3 convertible. This is the state of independence. Welcome.
Right now, get a Saab 9.3 ARC convertible for as low as $499 a month during the Saab What Are You Waiting For sales event.
Pick it up, Stinky.
Me? You got no stamina.
Only Odor Eaters has new Sorbitex technology to absorb sweat and destroy odor on contact.
Get tough with foot odor. Get Odor Eaters ultra durable insoles.
Look how much $10,000 of credit card debt would become after years and years of making only the minimum payment. You need to call 800 Credit Card Debt today.
Call for your free and confidential credit card debt analysis. 1-800-769-2914.
Attention leukemia victims exposed to benzene. Benzene is a common industrial solvent known to cause acute myelogenous leukemia, AML, and other forms of cancer. Hundreds of thousands of workers in the petroleum, rubber-making, and printing industries may be at risk. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with leukemia that may be due to the solvent benzene, call this number in confidence. 1-800-340-6589 or visit us on the web at benzenelegal.com. Don't delay.
I'm a control freak, and I wouldn't want to do anything like smoking where I may not be in control of myself. It's an addictive habit. If you want to be rebellious and you want to do something different from what all the other kids do, just find something you have a passion in, like sports, and push yourself as far as you can. Bobsledding is fast. It's exhilarating. You're going 85 miles an hour, pulling up to 4 or 5 G. I couldn't be an elite athlete if I smoked. Don't start smoking.
Welcome back to Speed.
Chris Soul, Trumbull, Connecticut, USA.
We talked to him about the S-curves in the track.
I like the S's. It's big swooping curves, and you get pretty good height, and the pressure's good. It kind of makes or breaks a slider, because if you can't handle them, then you don't make it down the hill. But amazing racing, and that's kind of what make or break the best sliders here.
Well, I think he's pretty accurate about that statement.
Now the S's, they are so important, not only for the skeleton guys, also for bobsleigh.
Doesn't get the great starts, but like Philippe Cavaret, like a couple other guys in the field, he really knows how to bring the sled down the track. There's Gregor Staley and his dad, the leader in the winner's box. Soul Man is now down by 1600ths. He's going to have to stop the bleeding at the next climb.
Used to work as a stunt coordinator. Oh, he's got some problems here. And I think he played a minor role as an actor last summer.
Yeah, he's had a couple small acting parts. 109.8. Remember, Staley had 110.2, and he's really up and down in that Kreisel. X is pretty good. 22 is down to 2000ths now. The only chance he's got is 110+ kilometer speed here on the exit of this corner. He's got it. 111 111 kilometers. Best speed we've seen so far, but it's not enough. Stolly will overtake Chris Soule in the United States, but that tells you this guy's abilities. He knows how to bring the sled down. No one else has even come close to 111 kilometers. Chris Soule did it, but he just ran out of a little bit of track.
Gregor Staley. I said it when he came down. He had a very good run, so Chris Soule, he could improve the start a bit.
Well, that's been his nemesis. 1,500 meter track, he'd be the leader. But this is only a 1,250 meter track, and he needed about another 100 meters of track to get rid of that 800s.
Lots of American supporters here.
Next up, a Canadian with a chance for a medal.
Duff Gibson, Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Jeff Payne, the world champion from 2003 in Nagano, had a disastrous second day of coverage. There's our leader, Gregor Staley. He's congratulated by the Soul Man. What a great fraternity these guys have amongst each other. I mean, they really different than the bobsledders.
So Gibson, next is Frank Kleber. Both were tied. He will have the better start.
Track spikes. Unlike the bobsledders that wear the little tiny short and 16th of an inch spikes, you couldn't wear those track spikes in the bobsled. You'd cut each other up. 480 start, 7th best start.
But that was his best start. His best time so far at the start was in 480. That is how to attack.
And this is for a medal. What color, we don't know. But this run, if he finishes on top of the leaderboard.
That was the best line we've seen so far. Tiny little skid there.
110, that's a magic number. Can he get through the exit of Kreisel? Unlike his teammate, that's perfect.
Oh yeah.
That is perfect. Now remember, Soule at 111 kilometers down here, Stolly at 110. What will Gibson have? 111 too. Just like Soule, and this will be at least a bronze medal for Canada.
It's a track record.
Wow, when you have a set a track record in the 14th, that says something about your ability.
The track workers gave their best. They built a very good track here. They not only have track workers from Konigssee, from Berchtesgaden here, also some people from Italy already, and some Canadians.
Yeah, Calgary track workers are here.
So they prepared a very good track for this guy, a track record in the 4th heat.
There's Jeff Payne, his teammate, the former world champion. There's Kristen Brownway, the World Cup champion. 2 sleds to go after this.
Inspiring, breathtaking, and stirring the soul. This is where dreams stop and passion takes over. Barrett Jackson, Palm Beach, live next Friday, 8 Eastern, only on Speed.
The wait is over. India versus Pakistan on Dish on Demand pay-per-view. Don't miss a minute of the action as 2 titans of cricket face off in the ultimate showdown. 5 ODIs, 3 tests starting March 12, 2004. Call 1-800-333-DISH to order your all-inclusive subscription now for only $199.95 or your one-day international-only package for $179.95. Don't miss this historical event, only on Dish on Demand pay-per-view.
Welcome back. I'm here in this 19th century Victorian with new owners Mike and Shannon Boyd. Hi, Ted.
We just fell in love with its charm.
Yeah, it's charming. Unfortunately, the roof leaks, the foundation is crumbling, and there's significant termite damage. But I do have good news. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. Hey, we need to talk about your electrical. Whoa, yeah, we're gonna want to fix that.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to Konigssee. This is Frank Kleber of Germany. He was tied with Duff Gibson.
Frank Kleber, Greiling, Munich, Germany.
So he lives near Munich. He's from Bavaria, so he knows this track very well.
Davenport sled from Canada. Davenport, the double world champion, who went out and started selling sleds in the late 1990s, ended up being the coach of the U.S. Olympic team for 2002, and his technology is pretty well preferred in the circuit. And there's a Canadian at the bottom, Duff Gibson, the leader. He was tied with Kleber going into this heat.
So Gibson was faster at the start, Kleber as well.
But 700's deficiency right there. 110 kilometers is what Gibson had. 109.4. Gonna need a perfect exit.
Oh, he had the feet down. He lost some speed there.
A lot of time there.
Yeah, to find the perfect exit, he had to put his feet down.
Speed, the only chance he's got is 110 plus. He's got 110 plus.
But that was a late exit, and he lost even more time.
So Duff Gibson has now won at least a silver medal for Canada. And Kleber falls to at least a bronze medal. So Kleber can't be unhappy with that run. He still at least has a bronze medal in this World Skeleton Championships, and he's really a youngster. The Germans are really improving in this sport.
So he works in a, talking about Kleber, he works in a tile company, which is his father's company. So, but he will stay with Skeleton. Good advertisement for this company.
Well, he's being congratulated by his German teammates. He looks a little disappointed.
Yeah, of course, when you lose it on the last run. But Florian Grassel.
Florian Grassel, Schöner am Konigssee, Germany.
He's a local, and he's got a lot of pressure on him. He's really come out of nowhere, Ron. He doesn't have a lot of World Cup.
He was already very good at the German Championships, which were held on the same track, so it's not a big surprise for the insiders. And lots of his friends are here, using a sled built by Heini Platzer, the former champion. Oh, he was steering there a bit. 479, that was quite a good start.
But you cannot lose your momentum up at the top. You're trying to accelerate to maximum speed. He had 1300s on Gibson. After 3 heats, it's up to 1700s now. This looks good, but the Kreisel is coming. And he doesn't have 110 speed, and he's doing a lot of steering.
Normally doing a perfect Kreisel. And the exit was good again, but it's only 300ths of a second. Still on the right side of the clock.
Remember, Gibson had 111 kilometers here in the exit. Grassel, 110.1. Not a lot of speed. And Gibson's going to win the World Championships. He can't believe it.
He's finally done it. So he beat the Germans on their track. 2 Bavarians on the track in Bavaria.
2-man bobsled, Pierre Lueders of Canada won. Women's skeleton, Lindsay Alcock got a silver medal. And here in men's skeleton, Duff Gibson, world champion 2004.
And the Germans got silver and bronze, and they shouldn't be sad. Frank Kleber and Florian Grassel, still young guys.
I don't think Gibson can believe it.
World champion in the left window, and the Germans celebrating there.
A lot of pressure on young Grassel from the area. Big crowd on hand here rooting him on. And Gibson's walking around like in his... Can't believe it.
Sweet. Yes.
Here's our final standings. Gibson, Grassel, Kleber, Stowe. Chris Soule, the Soule man in 5th place. Good performance for him.
Marcus Pence, best Austrian.
Jimmy Shea made a nice comeback in the World Championships in 9th place.
3rd German, Matthias Biedermann on 10th place.
Kevin Ellis, watch out for him. That start time, he's going to be moving up.
Jeff Payne on 13th.
Wow.
Koshy, disappointing.
Back with the interviews after this break on Speed.
I'm Jesse James. When it comes to my cars, I'm all business. When I need a part, I trust the pros at AutoZone. When you want to get serious about your car, get in the zone. AutoZone.
Epson T001, Canon BC31E. Shopping for ink and toner in most stores is hit or miss.
HP C9720.
Come on.
A.
At Staples, we stock a huge selection of cartridges, so we guarantee we'll have the one you need. And right now, buy any combo twin or 2 single packs of ink and get one of these reams of multi-purpose paper free instantly. Staples, that was easy.
They've always been outgunned.
Damn.
They've always been outnumbered.
Let me see your hand!
But they've never been outsmarted like this. The Shield in all new episode Tuesday at 10 p.m. only on FX. Check local listings.
Smoking is not a normal, natural function. Putting a fire in your face and breathing the smoke in is something we would normally try to avoid. You gotta ask yourself why current smokers tell non-smokers not to start. There's a reason for it. They get hooked. They can't stop. They don't like it. They want to quit. They spend the rest of their lives trying to quit. Tobacco companies want to make smoking look cool, but it's not cool. What is cool is bringing the best out in yourself, rising to your potential and accomplishing something real.
Speed Thursday, original series. Barnyard Strays.
From being ignored to being restored.
To cool custom rides.
Over 300 horse in this bad boy.
No phony sets.
We had to torch everything off.
Real projects.
We get the engine, I get the transmission.
Real secrets.
Making it look good to making it look phenomenal.
Real hands-on.
It's all going to get a titanium nitride process done to them, just like they do in NASCAR.
Chop Cut Rebuild, Thursday night at 7 Eastern on Speed.
Welcome back to Konigssee. Christine Bortmann with the interviews.
Frank Kleber, congratulations for the 3rd place. Is that what you expected? 3. Platz, herzlichen Glückwunsch. Hast du das erwartet für diese Weltmeisterschaft?
Nee, habe ich nicht. Ich kann nicht viel sagen. Ich glaube es noch nicht so recht.
So he can't say much. He doesn't believe it, so he's really happy. Congratulations. Have a good party tonight. Herzlichen Glückwunsch und feier schön. Mr. Crusoe, so you finally ended up with 2nd place, which is still a really good result. Congratulations. 2. Platz ist immer noch ein super Resultat. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Wie fühlst du dich?
Danke. Ich fühle mich, das ist unbeschreiblich. Ich kann noch gar nicht sagen, wie es mir geht. Also das ist Wahnsinn.
So you can't really describe his feelings. He's just really happy, unbelievable result, and yeah, that's it. So congratulations. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. World champion, congratulations. So that was a very tight run at the last bit. How are you feeling now?
Well, I had 3 great runs going into the last run, and that was by far my best one. So I couldn't ask for anything more. I keep thinking of Pierre saying it took him 14 years or something to win his first World Championships, and that's my first win on the World Cup circuit period, so I'm over the moon, I can't tell you.
Perfect, so have a great night tonight. Thank you.
I will.
First ever victory, and that was the most important one. World Championships.
Quite an impressive race we had here. The Canadians now have won the World Championships in men's skeleton 2 years in a row. Great race we had here, Ron.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the most exciting sport in the Ice Channel.
Yeah, the skeleton sport continues to improve its popularity. Hey, for all my FIBT television crew and my colleague, Ron Riggett, I'm John Morgan. Thanks for watching our broadcasts on Speed. See you the next time.
Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.